going on, guys? Your boy Dolo HD coming to you live again with another video for the new channel, guys. So today's story time is going to be about my first ever college party. Now, when I say college party, I don't mean in the sense of it was like, you know, a real big actual party. They call these things called kickbacks, which is kind of like, you know, people just go chill and hang out type deal. It was one of those, so it wasn't a real like actual like party that like, you know, they promote and stuff. Okay, so basically, this is how it all started. So it started the weekend of homecoming week for my school. So one of my friends at the time, she, you know, she's kind of wild in ways in times, and she wanted to go to this party or whatever, this kickback that, you know, they was throwing for homecoming. There was supposed to be a lot of people there, blah blah blah. It was actually at somebody's house. So I was like, okay, you know what? I don't like parties. I don't do parties. You know, I knew it was gonna be like drinking and smoking there. I was like, I don't want to go. Like, that's just not my scene. I've never drunk or smoked before, so I was like, I don't want to go. But I didn't really trust her to go alone, especially because I knew she was probably gonna be drinking. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go just in case something happens. I'll be, you know, in my right mind. I can, you know, decide the situation, whatever. So I ended up going, and so it was me, my friend, and this other guy, this dude I didn't even know. We just rode in his car. So we go to the party. And when we pulled up, it was a house. It was like a backyard of the house where like all the stuff was going on. And then there was like a gas station like right beside it. And then across the street there was like a KFC and, you know, different places to eat. So we actually park our car at KFC and we walk over to the party. Immediately getting up to the party, like you can kind of hear the music and you can see a whole bunch of people like crossing the street and just a whole lot of people. It was nighttime. You see a whole lot of people just around the house. So we go through the side on the house, and it was like a fence. So we go through the fence, and it was like 150 people there, easily. So inside is where they were having like the alcohol and stuff like that. And my friend Jay, she wanted, I guess she was gonna get some alcohol, so she went and, you know, went into it. And so I went with her, and like as soon as you walk into the house, like it is hot, it's crowded, there's a whole bunch of people in here. I'm like, yo, what the heck is going on, bro? How do people even like this environment? I cannot stand it. It was just hot. The house was nice though. It was a really nice house. So she went and she got her some drinks. Her and another guy, they got some drinks. So we walked back outside and we're just kind of like basically just standing around. They had music playing and people were drinking, you know, dancing or whatever. And I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. I mean, don't really like this environment. But, you know, I was sitting there, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it for her. She wanted to do it. About 20 minutes after we got there, then an altercation kind of broke off a little bit. But between two guys, they were kind of like, you know, put a little bit of pushing, but nothing too serious, I guess. You know, that kind of diffused itself, or so we thought, kind of diffused itself. And then literally 5 minutes later, pow, 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 gunshots. I was like, oh my God, hold on, rewind. So let me tell you how it, you know, it actually happened. They were obviously drunk. They were obviously intoxicated. But the guy that he was like arguing with was like a member of this fraternity that's, you know, real big and known for being like rough around the edges. Z and this guy get into a little confrontation. I don't know what about. I talked to him afterwards because we parked next to each other, surprisingly enough. What happened was, I guess Z was coming up the stairs and the dude bumped him and didn't say sorry or something. I don't know, something that minute. But basically they got into it, started exchanging words. Next thing I know, there was pushing, shoving. They were trying to fight each other. Next thing I know, somebody was getting pushed down the stairs, and then it spilled over into like the backyard. Cause it started on the porch of the house, and then it went into the backyard, and that's where it was like a big old circle, like as if they were about to fight. And then it was like, see, since the dude was in a fraternity, there was like multiple guys behind him, and it was just this one dude. So he's like, oh, y'all wanna jump me? Y'all wanna jump me? So he reaches in his, you know, his pants and he pulls out a gun. And he started aiming it towards the guy, and somebody like grabbed his hand and pushed the gun up. And he's fighting with that guy, trying to put it back down. And then pow, pow, 2 shots rang off. And when I say people scattered like roaches, I mean, nobody even thought for a second, literally boom, like that, everybody was gone. So everybody's scattering, everybody's just running frantically, like everybody trying to get away from the house. Now, there's only one fence and it's a small entrance. And so like people trying to get out, people pushing each other. So I was around like there was like this shed, there was a fence, and then this shed. And I went around inside the shed, and on the other side of the shed was like a wooden fence. The wooden fence separated the gas station and the house, right? So people trying to jump over that and they couldn't. So this one dude was like, "You forget it, bro. I'm going through it." So he rams the fence, bow, rams as hard as he could. He knocks out like 3 or 4 of the posts. And so then people start spewing out of that onto the parking lot of the gas station. And people running across the street trying to figure out what's going on. I'm like, yo, what? I didn't know what to expect. I was like, yo, what the heck? My first ever little party or whatever going to, and this crap happened. I was like, oh yeah, I'm glad I went 4 years without going to this crap. And next thing I see, we're across the street, we're towards the KFC, and I see Z coming. He was talking, you know, kind of stuff, man. He's like, oh yeah, we're gonna do that around here on my block. Oh, y'all wanna jump me? I got something for y'all. I got something for y'all. Blah, blah. So the guy actually follows Z back to his car over where we're parked at, and they still kind of having a little altercation, like, you know, going back and forth a little bit. He was like, oh, wasn't nobody trying to jump you? Wasn't nobody trying to jump you? I'm gonna fight you one-on-one. Square up, blah, blah, blah. And so the whole time, Z's girlfriend, she's like, no, stop, please. She's drunk too, but she was like, no, please stop. Just get in the car, get in the car. And, you know, he's screaming at her like, oh, you get out the way. Nah, you get in the car, blah, blah. At this point, I was like, you know what? There's a reason God put me in this situation. There was a reason I went to this little party thing tonight. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to defuse the situation. So I go over and I'm like, yo, man, calm down. Chill out, bro. It's not even that serious. Calm down. So I take Z over off to the side, and the other guy like, yo, man, just back up, man. Just back up. So I'm talking to Z, you know, I'm calming him down, talking to him for like 20 minutes, like find out what's going on. That's when he tell me about, you know, the guy pushed him or whatever on the stairs, and you know, I was like, okay, man, look, but man, you're drunk, you're intoxicated, bro. Just calm down. You don't make any rash decisions. So I'm talking to this guy, and the guy just keep, you know, the guys from the fraternity, they just keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. So he was like, you know what, I got something for y'all. So what he does, so he goes around, he goes to his trunk, opens up his trunk, and I was like, oh crap, it's about to get real. Right. So without thinking, I'm like, yo, no. I didn't get to see what was in his trunk. Probably some other kind of gun, probably a bigger caliber gun, maybe even an assault rifle. I don't know. I wasn't trying to find out, because my guess was he was drunk, so he didn't have any aim, and I wasn't trying to get hit. So he goes to his car, and then some other guys like grab him, like, no. They shut his trunk or whatever, and then they give him few, and then they end up like breaking apart. And so this was like on a Wednesday or Thursday. And it was supposed to be another party Saturday. Z was like, oh, if I come to that party Saturday, best believe I'm setting it off. They end up getting into their separate cars and, you know, driving off. Z just sped off. He was drunk, and he was drunk driving. He sped off around the corner. He almost hit a couple of people that like walked across the street, but he didn't care, dude. He sped off. Now, then we got in our car. We was like kind of shaking up. I was shaking up. It was crazy. It was just crazy. It was like definitely an experience. I was like, yo, I don't ever want to have this again. So we actually get back to Lamar. You know, we make it to our rooms or whatever. And the next day, people were still kind of talking about it, blah, blah, blah. And I saw Z. I saw him actually in the dining hall, and I was talking to him like, hey man, you good? You know, last night was kind of crazy, bro. You good now? Like, you know, you need anything? You good? He's like, yeah man, I'm good. I'm straight. I was like, all right, cool man. Hey, I'm be praying for you, brother. So like I said, all in all, that was just a crazy night, crazy experience. It was just a story I felt like you guys probably want to hear about, because I haven't been posting that much lately. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure down below, like probably over here in this corner somewhere, there's gonna be a subscribe button. Make sure you hit that, guys. I got a lot more content coming for you in the new year 2017. You don't want to miss it. And also, YouTube's kind of been real kind of crazy right now about how they notify people. So when you hit the subscribe, there's gonna be a little bell icon next to it. If you can do me a big favor, make sure you hit that bell, so it's gonna notify you anytime that I post a video or anything like that. So you guys will always be fresh for the content. But like I said, guys, this is gonna be it. This has been your boy Dolo. Remember, it's always a great day to be great. Catch you in the next one. Peace. But if you close your eyes